Home sweet home. Hey guys, what's up? Rob Jones. Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about 48-hour kits or 2-day bags, because, you know, it's a thing and I don't think a lot of people really have those set up. It's kind of like the bare minimum of what you need just in case. I'm not going to necessarily call it a bug out bag because I think that term's overused, but a 48-hour kit is not a bad way to term this. So let's get into it. So what is a 48-hour bag? Well, quite simply, it's in the name. I mean, we're not imaginative, so let's just name it what it is. A 48-hour bag or kit that you need to survive in the wilderness. Now, what's in your bag, what's on your kit really depends on where you are in the world and what season it is and the weather you're expecting to come across. Because quite honestly, as much as we talk about the gear and all that kind of stuff, the hardware isn't going to do you any good if you're fighting Mother Nature, because Mother Nature is going to win every fucking time. First things first, this is a 2-day bag, right? If I'm out in the wilderness for 2 days, I'm expecting that I have to defend for myself. So yes, I am bringing a rifle, AR-15, preference 223, 5.56. I also have some capabilities with this that are kind of nice with the optic up here. I've got the Vortex Spitfire 3X, so you're able to get 3 times magnification on things, and that allows you to, you know, poke around, take a look at something, get positive identification on stuff before you ever engage anything. Now, the other thing I like about this rifle is it's super lightweight. You'll notice there is basically bare bones. It is optic, sling, that's about it. The reason I went with this is because this is very light and easy to travel. This is also the cheapest rifle I own. So if I need to ditch it, the only thing I'm going to miss is really this, because quite frankly, this was more expensive than the entire rifle. Other things you'll notice on this, sling. Yeah, it's not a great sling. It's a leather sling off of a hunting rifle. It works, it's easy. If I lose it, not a big deal. This thing is just here to do a job in case a job needs to get done, quite frankly. And I'll do it to the best of its capabilities, which is about the best of my capabilities. So this, overall, adequate setup. Let's get off the knees. Oh, that's better. There we go. I'm gonna carry a total of 2, maybe 3 magazines. I've got my other magazines in my back pockets. They're always with me, easy to get to. If I set on them, not a big deal, but at least I have the capability of carrying 60 or 90 rounds in magazines. Other things that I'm going to carry on me, I'm going to have my EDC in a nice Kydex holster. This is my, my daily squeeze. And I'm also going to carry a spare magazine over here, just in case. A little bit larger capacity, 17 rounds. Easy enough to tuck in. Like if you're going into a town or whatever, you can hide your rifle, you can ditch your rifle, not a big deal. Keep that concealed, and life is good. Other things I've got on my person, tourniquet, little TQ. She always have a tourniquet, so that's sitting up in my main pocket up here. That's easy enough to get to. Got a pocket knife. I always carry a pocket knife with me, and of course, other pocket, little pencil white light. I'll be the first one to admit, guys, my kit is not meant for, operating at night. At night, I'm going to find a good hide spot. I'm going to find shelter or whatever. I'm going to move around in daylight. Now, I know moving around in the daylight has its inherent risks, but I don't have night vision. I don't have that capabilities, so I'm not going to force it by putting a white light on things. Again, I'm just going to find a good hide hole, go into it, sleep, get some rest, eat whatever I have to do to get ready for the next day. Last couple things I'm going to carry on me. I've got a Zippo lighter. Being able to make flame is good. Zippo is proven. I like them. They're fine. Just put a Bic lighter is fine. Like honestly, some way to make. If you're using steel wool and flint, it is a pain in the ass. All right, just use technology. Have a lighter on you. Lighters are good. Okay. And final thing I'm going to carry on me is a little Faraday bag. This fits my phone, my electronics. Why? Well, because I'm a little bit paranoid and fuck the 3-letter agencies. Nobody likes them, and that always stays up top just in case. Yeah. Let's talk about clothing. I've got insulated pants on right here. These are waterproof insulated pants with a reinforced knee. These are incredibly important. I cannot tell you how many times having a nice, helix waffled, insulated layer keeps you nice and warm. Like I said, it's November. I'm in the upper Midwest. It's not exactly cold yet, but we're getting into the 30s at night. And quite frankly, I want that extra layer. I also can, back this up with a pair of bottoms, just long johns. Tighten that in. I also have insulated socks and an insulated waterproof boot. These are Solomon boots. I love these things. You need a waterproof boot, or at least something with Gore-Tex. That way you're able to walk around in wet conditions. Water kills, guys. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you stay dry. And if you cannot stay dry, figure out a way to at least insulate yourself as much as possible until you can get dry again. Okay, up top, flannel. Yeah, it's an easy thing to do. Everybody in America has a flannel. You kind of look like a hunter. You look like a backwoods guy. I don't want to use the term gray man, but it allows you to kind of do the gray man thing without being gray man, right? It's also a nice insulating layer. Underneath that, I have a waffle top. This is a Kui waffle. Super nice, thin layer, but also extremely insulating. I really like it a lot. In fact, I'm sitting here, it's probably 45 degrees out and I'm sweating just being in the sun. It's lightweight. It's an easy one to just, kind of use as needed, but definitely have insulating layers. Up top, watch cap. Probably don't need this right now, but it's not bad. You don't want all that heat to escape from your body. And as you're moving around and stuff, you're going to be sweating and all that. This is easy enough to take off, throw in your bag, and then have that heat escape. But at night, these aren't bad. I like the watch caps. They're lightweight, they're expendable, and they don't do anything other than what you absolutely need them to do. Let's talk about the bag. So, yes, this is a tactical bag, i.e. it's got MOLLE and shit all over it, so you can attach things as needed. I actually prefer to have that. I think there's enough people that have a bag like this in the United States that having like a slick bag that nobody's going to really know what's going on in the bag is not the way to go. If you go backpacking, hiking, stuff like that, yes, there are a lot of different framed bags. But for like, I don't know, say a 72-hour bag or a 48-hour bag, even a 24-hour bag, having the ability to attach stuff and hang stuff is always nice. Plus, you don't know what you might need to carry with you. Somebody's gear falls apart, something like that. You might need to put it on here, or you might find something that you don't want to ditch. So, yes, having that capability, I think, is worth it. Now, this bag is pretty small. It comes out to about 16 pounds, all said and done, loaded up. That's not bad at all. Frankly, it's, yeah, a little cumbersome, but considering how lightweight and dense this really is, it's not bad. This bag does have the ability to take a hydro pack. I don't necessarily like carrying a bladder with me for a lot of stuff. I'd rather have, water bottles or a canteen. And that's the one thing I don't have here today is I normally carry just a simple GI Milsurp canteen with me. I think one or two of those is going to handle a lot of stuff. I prefer to have two, and I carry that on a belt. Reason being, you have one that's good for clean water. If you have to go, source water from a river or pond or whatever, running water, you can use that with your iodine tablets or filters or whatever you're going to use, and that's your dirty one. Then when you filter it, it goes into the clean one, and you kind of always know which one is what. The other nice part about the canteens is you can get the ones that are rated for like chemical issues, not thinking that we're going to have like some sort of biologic attack or anything like that, or a chem attack. But you got to think about like Japan. They had that nuclear reactor go off. Yeah, having the capability of being able to go, woodchuck. But having the capability of being able to put on, a mask with a respirator and then be able to drink through that is very nice. Okay, let's get into the bag. So this bag essentially has 4 different compartments. Your main one in the back here, your mid, then 2 top ones. Now the reason why I like this kind of layout is it allows me to put all the stuff I want to keep dry and right up here. It also takes the heavy stuff and you can move it here. That's always nice. Then out here I'm able to put things that are, like layer based, like clothing, stuff that I can toss over myself if I need to, poncho, whatever, very quick, but it stores really well in here. Over here, up front, I've got everything I need to access real quick. In fact, the things I need to access the fastest, I put at this very top one. That way, if I'm working with somebody or if I want to take my bag off and get to it, it's right there, easy to get to. So let's get into this pouch. What do I got in here? Snacks. All right, guys, these kind of bars, you'd be surprised what you can do in a day with just some basic calories. These are high calorie. I mean, you're talking 290 calories per bar. Considering you only need like 1250 per day, these take care of roughly half of that. So you can do a lot on just a few of these. They're lightweight, they're easy to get, and you can replenish them pretty rapidly with almost any convenience store no matter where you go. So these aren't a bad thing to have. I have an extra 90 rounds, okay? Normally I'd recommend keeping these in like stripper clips so you can do it quick, but 90 rounds in a box of whatever rifle you have, that's the way to go. Bandolier setups are wonderful for this, so yeah, 90 rounds in here, that's absolutely fine. Okay, moving on down. I got my binos. Now, these are huge, right? These are massive, but they're 10 by 50 millimeter. These are fantastic. You can easily see out and get like ID on stuff beyond 500, 700 yards. I always keep, some sort of magnification just for looking around. That really helps. Sometimes being able to just get eyes on stuff allows you to know if you're going to be walking into a problem or if you're going to be okay. So this is very nice. I like these. It's worth the wait for me. There's a lot of really good options that are smaller than this and lighter weight, but these are the ones that I have, and I like these a lot. Let's move to our middle compartment. We've got gloves. These are just wool pullover gloves. It gets cold here, and the thing that I like about these, even though they're not waterproof or anything like that, they're also a mitten. And the cool part about these mittens is you can still do the GI thing. So if I need to operate a trigger, I still can. That's not a problem. Yeah, my finger's exposed and it's cold and all that shit, but having some sort of wool mitten at night, very nice to have. But otherwise, these stay in that middle compartment because I don't need them during the day. All right, then I have my external layer. Okay, this is a windproof, water-resistant layer. There are waterproof layers that I have. I like them. Do I necessarily need them in November? Not necessarily. I will change that out depending on the time of year. If I'm going into winter, this is not going to be enough. This is actually becomes almost like an internal shell, and I move to a much heavier jacket, something that is winterized. This is where, like, if you guys are looking for stuff to wear in the winter, these layers, surplus gear, all right? There's a shit ton of it. It is super cheap, and it is reliable, and it works. This right now is just, one that I've had for years. I've had this all the way from like Belize and Guatemala all the way up through. So this is one that I trust and I like, and it's rather lightweight, and it's a good external layer. Hot hands. These are great, all right? If you don't have these, you're gonna hate your life at night. I'm not gonna lie. If you're in your hidey hole and it's nice and cold, having some of these just to kind of warm you up a little bit, help you get to sleep, get those hours shut-eye. These are very nice. I don't use them during the day, but you can stick them in your boots, you can stick them in your pockets, you can stick them in your gloves. You can stay nice and warm with these. Lightweight, compact, you can carry a ton of these. They're definitely worth it. Next, extra magazine and 9mm. Am I gonna need it? Fuck, I don't know, but it's nice to have it, so it's right there. Main compartment. 2 water bottles. Extra water is always nice to have. I at least keep one with me if I don't have my canteens for sure. First aid. This is my everything first aid kit. All right, this is gauze pad, Israeli bandages. This is going to be chest seals. This is going to be, scissors, everything. It is easy to get to in this main compartment, but it is there for sure. I can also take it off. I've got the option to attach to the outside, or if I need to, I can quick attach it to a belt or something like that. This is going to have everything I need, antibiotics as well. It's also going to have my iodine tablet and my life straw in it. So everything in there, including another tourniquet and a rape whistle. Sometimes having a whistle is really nice, especially if you're in a survival situation where you need to get people's attention because, hey, you never know where they're walking up, rescuers, stuff like that. I always keep this with me no matter what I am doing. This is a very good kit to have. Next, top of this pouch, I have another hat. This one is just a layering hat. I really cannot stress that enough, guys. All right, you need to have the ability to go a little bit thicker. So now I have my patrol cap and this on. My head's gonna be warm, it's gonna be nice. Or if I don't need quite that, at least I have this. This is sitting actually in a waterproof compartment that's sitting up here. I want this to be protected. I want this to stay dry. I'll also keep underwear and socks in that compartment as well. Just spare socks, guys. Change your socks. Your feet get nasty, and if you can't walk, you're dead. Food rations. Normally for a 48-hour kit, you could probably get away with just, like an emptied out. For those who are in the service, you guys know what this is, all right? This is basically your main meal with the prep stuff to be able to, make an MRE meal. What do I got here? Sweet and sour sauce with rice and chicken. These are, it's not my favorite one, but they'll do. But these are really nice to have. You're able to get a lot of calories and heat food off of this pretty quick. And I've already taken out that giant MRE bag just to be able to condense it down. You can carry a couple meals like this fairly easily. Combine that with, you know, the granola bars, you're going to be sitting pretty. All right, humanitarian daily ration. This is a food gift from the people of the United States of America. This has got everything you need to eat for a day. This has your total caloric needs. So these kits, you know, they're nice to have. They're kind of heavy, but they're fairly good at being able to feed you. There's a lot of things in here. This is actually maybe a little bit much for a 24-hour bag. Don't get me wrong. This is what you need to eat for a day and some, but if you take this and this, throw them together, you got easily 48 hours worth of caloric needs met right there. Outside of this, that's pretty much it. I got some zip ties at the bottom just in case I need to zip something onto myself, but that is the bag.
Hey, future Who Rob Jones here. Sorry, sometimes you film a video thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do this real quick, and then upon review you're like, holy shit, I excluded items that I normally have with me, but because I big dum-dums, I didn't have them. So let's talk about this real quick. Okay, extra batteries. Extra batteries for everything that you need. You should have that. Also, almost always carry a power pack. Anyway, a battery backup power pack. Long story short, I don't know where the fuck that is because I'm moving right now. So yeah, great, excellent. I'm a real expert here. Also, almost always typically carry gaiters with me in the fall and winter and spring, just because, you know, that's just an extra way of layering. And then also it's waterproof, right? This just goes around your boots, gets you nice and up above your calf, so you're able to wear these and keep, you know, mostly dry. And then of course, the only things that I could find real quick are like my stupid bag compass that I use in my truck if I ever need it, and at a quick printout of Yosemite. I should carry on you, and I don't know why I didn't have this with me other than, again, I'm packing, and for some reason desperately going through the boxes last night I couldn't find them, is a decent compass. This is not a decent compass. Get a good compass. This compass is okay for just flat map reading if you ever need it, and have local maps, area maps, because yes, rivers, things might change during a natural disaster, but at least you can know where things generally are at, and topographical maps that have all your hashes and everything on it, that way you can know how far you have to go, is a good thing. Now, typically, I am always working around areas that I'm very familiar with. Quite frankly, I rarely carry my compass on me, just because, for some reason, I innately know which way is north, pretty much anywhere. This is the one thing that I'll claim that I'm good at. So, I don't know why, but yeah, I just always know which way is north and which way I'm facing. It's just something that happened with my head. So, yeah, the long story short, I'll have maps, have a decent compass, not this garbage here and not this garbage here, but like halfway decent stuff. Okay, back to my coffee.
Other life hacks that I'd recommend for bags. Okay, I keep a little stub of a candle. First of all, this is great because I can light it and I can work off of it, and that's fine. But stubs of candles, what you can do with them is you can actually take these up to the zippers. And the zipper is never going to be waterproof. Yes, there are layer systems that they can use, but you're never going to waterproof it. But if you rub this along the zipper, like so, it's going to build up a coating of wax on there. It's not perfect, but it will do in a pinch for making sure water doesn't get to your tools. Other things that you should consider are creature comforts. I've got a pouch of Zen right here. I don't use this stuff, but I have buddies who do. Carrying it with me is not a big thing to do, and if it helps them, I'm sure they've got stuff in their bag to help me. But yeah, that's just kind of how it goes. That's the whole bag. I'm going to reload it, repack it now, and keep moving on. If you guys have any questions or comments or things that you use in a bag or what you think should be in a 48-hour bag, post up in the comments below. I know a lot of you guys are gearheads, gear nerds. Let me know where you're getting your stuff, what brands you really like. Me, most of my stuff is coming from like Venture Surplus or Americana Pipe Dream Apparel, or just stuff that I had from years and years of being like the Boy Scouts and things like that. So, yeah, that's it from me, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay free. We'll catch you on the next one.